Claude for Teachers, the plain version. Here is the part of teaching nobody puts on the recruitment poster, the Sunday night. The teaching itself is why you're there, but the crushing weight of planning the week's lessons, differentiating worksheets, and drafting parent emails is what actually eats your time. We are going to look at 3 concrete operational habits to eliminate this bottleneck: planning the week, drafting feedback, and turning static lessons interactive. But there is one absolute rule that runs through all of this. The AI functions strictly as a prep partner. You review, edit, and own every single grade. You unequivocally stay the teacher. Here is how fast it moves. You paste your standard, your topic, and your class context. Claude immediately generates a full week's lesson plan outline and the daily exit tickets. You ask for a reading worksheet, and it immediately splits the text into 3 distinct reading levels alongside a reliable answer key. You hand it a grading rubric and a batch of 30 student drafts, and it types out specific first-pass feedback tied directly to your criteria in your voice. It can even generate an interactive review game right in the interface, using a Socratic learning mode to guide a student through the material. These outputs are powered by specific mechanics inside the software: skills, projects, artifacts, and direct integrations with your Google Drive. These tools are available on Pro, Max, Team, and Enterprise tiers, and Anthropic offers Claude for Education for full campus deployments. This variety of materials, from worksheets to interactive games, is designed to work perfectly together within a single teacher-led interface. Habit 1 is planning the week in minutes. A successful output starts with a specific prompt. You provide the standard, the required pacing, and exact context on what your class struggled with last week. From those inputs, you receive your daily outlines, example problems, and targeted discussion questions. This diagram shows how you then differentiate that material. You start with a single learning objective, splitting it into 3 distinct pathways: a visual version, a step-by-step version, and a challenge version. All 3 pathways link right back to a unified answer key. When Magic School tested this, they found Claude consistently produced more challenging and creative worksheets with highly reliable answer keys. The underlying model also carries a minimal risk rating from Common Sense Media, designed specifically for classroom safety. You walk into Monday morning fully prepared, with materials customized to meet every single learner where they are. Habit 2 applies this to feedback. You hand the AI your rubric and a stack of student drafts. It processes the text and generates specific, kind, first-pass comments for each student. You use the exact same workflow for administrative communications. It will quickly draft the weekly parent newsletter or format the details for an upcoming field trip email. Because you provide the initial context and previous examples, the AI drafts these materials in your specific tone and voice. Look at this workflow loop, because this is the mandatory integrity rule. A document generated by the AI hits a hard stop at the human review and edit checkpoint. The AI only types. It never finalizes a grade. By separating the mechanical labor of drafting from the pedagogical authority of evaluating, you maintain total ownership of your classroom. Habit 3 builds on the first 2. You can use the Artifacts feature to build an interactive review game or a science simulation from the week's material, requiring absolutely 0 code. When your class uses it, a feature called Learning Mode acts as a Socratic study partner. It guides students through the reasoning by asking questions, building independent thinking rather than just handing over the answers. To guarantee consistent outputs, you can encode your lesson plan templates and specific rubric formats as a saved skill. You organize all of this by maintaining 1 project per class or unit. Your roster context and pacing guides stay loaded, directly connected to the materials in your Google Drive. With your roster, standards, and templates saved in one place, Sunday night prep becomes a matter of refining the plans rather than starting from a blank page. Gallup and the Walton Family Foundation surveyed more than 2,200 teachers to quantify exactly what this workflow achieves. This chart isolates the time savings. Out of a full administrative workload, teachers using AI weekly reclaim an average of 5.9 hours every single week. Extrapolate those hours across a 9-month calendar, and you are looking at 6 full weeks of working time back. That is getting your Sunday night back. It is energy you can spend actually teaching the kids sitting in the room. This is episode 5 of Claude at Work. Plain Bureau explains AI tools in plain English. No jargon, no hype. Next up, writers and creators. Adopting these tools eliminates the busy work. You get the time back, so you can remain the focal point in every way that matters.